Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Hope you all are fine. Our today's topic is polar and non-polar covalent bond. Students, in the previous lectures you have studied about the types of covalent bond on the basis of number of electron pairs shared. Now we will discuss the types of covalent bond on the basis of electronegativity difference. Students, on the basis of electronegativity difference, there are two types of covalent bond, non-polar covalent bond and a polar covalent bond. I hope you remember the electronegativity. Electronegativity is the ability of an atom to attract the shared pair of electrons towards itself in a molecule. First of all, we will discuss non-polar covalent bond. If a covalent bond is formed between two similar atoms or homoatoms, the shared pair of electrons is attracted by both the atoms equally. Such type of bond is called non-polar covalent bond. This type of bond is a pure covalent bond because the electronegativity difference between the two bonded atoms is zero. These bonds are formed by equal sharing of electron pair between the two bonded atoms. This means that the shared electrons are equally attracted to both nuclei and therefore the shared electrons spend equal amount of time near each nucleus. Let's discuss few examples. The first example is of hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas consists of diatomic molecules. In the hydrogen molecule, the two hydrogen atoms, they shared one electron pair. Because both the hydrogen atoms have same electronegativities, that's why they attract this shared pair equally. Or you can say that the electronic charge is distributed equally between the two bonded atoms. Another example is of chlorine gas. The chlorine gas consists of diatomic molecules. In the chlorine molecule, the two chlorine atoms, they shared one electron pair. And due to their same electronegativities, they attract this shared pair equally. Now from these examples, we can conclude that covalent bonds in all homoatomic diatomic molecules must be non-polar. Homoatomic molecules are the molecules which consist of only one type of atoms. Now we will discuss polar covalent bond. If the covalent bond is formed between two different types of atoms or heteroatoms, then the bond pair of electrons will not be attracted equally by the bonded atoms. Let's take an example, and this is of hydrogen chloride gas. In the hydrogen chloride gas, the two atoms, hydrogen and chlorine, they shared one electron pair. And due to the difference in their electronegativities, the shared pair is not equally attracted. The chlorine atom has a higher electronegativity, so it attracts the shared electron pair much more strongly than does the hydrogen atom. So the electrons spend more time in the vicinity of one atom than the other. Or you can say that electronic charge is not uniformly distributed between the two bonded atoms. In HCl, the electrons spend more time near the chlorine atom. Students, the polar covalent bond can be represented by two kinds of notations. The first is the use of delta sign. The delta denotes a partial charge. In this case, the partial positive charge on hydrogen and the partial negative charge on chlorine, because the electronegativity of chlorine is higher than hydrogen, so it attracts the shared pair of electron more towards itself. The partial negative charge on chlorine means the chlorine end of the molecule is somewhat more negative than the hydrogen, and the partial positive charge on hydrogen means the hydrogen end of the molecule is positive with respect to the chlorine end. The electronegativity of chlorine is 3.2 and that of hydrogen is 2.2. So the electronegativity difference is 1. This means this is a polar covalent bond, or there is a bond dipole. The word dipole means two poles, and here it refers to the positive and negative poles that result from the separation of charge within a molecule. Another way to represent the polar bond is the use of crossed base arrow. In this case, the polarity on a molecule can be represented by drawing an arrow. So, the head of the arrow points towards the more negative end of the bond, and crossed tail indicates the positive end. Or you can say that there is a shift of electron density from hydrogen to chlorine, because the chlorine atom is more electronegative than the hydrogen atom. So, this shift of electron density is represented by placing a crossed arrow above the Lewis structure to indicate the direction of shift. This is the ball and stick model of HCl, and this is the space filling model of HCl. So HCl is a polar molecule. It has a dipole moment. Dipole moment is the quantitative measure of the polarity of molecule, and it is determined experimentally. For example, the dipole moment of HCl is 1.08 D. Students, we can predict the nature of bond from the electronegativity difference. As you know that ionic bond is formed between metal and non-metal, and there is a complete transference of an electron. Usually, the elements of group 1 and 2 in the periodic table, that is metals, and non-metals of group 15, 16 and 17, they form ionic bond because there is a large difference of electronegativities. Metals, they have low electronegativities, and non-metals, they have high electronegativities. The covalent bond is formed by the mutual sharing of electron pair, and it is formed between two non-metals. Students, if the difference of electronegativity is greater than 1.7, then the bond is ionic, provided that it is formed between a metal and a non-metal. If the difference of electronegativity is less than 1.7, then the bond is polar covalent, and if the difference is 0, then the bond is non-polar covalent bond. Let's have an activity. In this activity, we predict the nature of bond. In the first case, we have hydrogen fluoride. The electronegativity of hydrogen is 2.2 and that of fluorine is 4. So the difference is 1.8. What does it indicate? It is an ionic bond? No, it is not an ionic bond. It is a covalent bond because the bond is formed between two non-metals. So it must be a covalent bond, but due to greater charge separation, it develops an ionic character. So it is a covalent bond with greater ionic character. The next example is of nitrogen molecule. Because both the atoms are same, so the difference is 0. It is a non-polar covalent bond. The next example is of lithium chloride. The electronegativity of lithium is 1 and that of chlorine is 3.2. So the difference is 2.2, means it is an ionic bond as the bond is formed between a metal and a non-metal. Another example is of carbon monoxide. The bond is between carbon and oxygen. Both are non-metals, so it is a covalent bond. The difference of electronegativities is the electronegativity of oxygen is 3.4 and that of carbon is 2.6. So the difference is 0.8, means it is a polar covalent bond. Students, greater the electronegativity difference between the bonded atoms, more polar will be the bond. For example, in case of hydrogen halides, hydrogen fluoride, hydrogen chloride, hydrogen bromide and hydrogen iodide, the electronegativity difference is 1.8, 1, 0.8 and 0.5. Means the trend is from most polar to least polar. In this case, the hydrogen fluoride is most polar and hydrogen iodide is least polar. The longest arrow indicates the largest dipole in case of hydrogen fluoride and the smallest arrow in case of hydrogen iodide indicates the smallest dipole or the less dipole. Thank you, students. In the next part, we will discuss the polarity of polyatomic molecules.